Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe, and my question, so I was asked, what is my why? Why do I do photography? What makes me click in this area? Why did I stay in it? That's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of other professions I could be in, as well as you, if you are a photographer. And I guess I had to sit there and think for a minute, why do I do what I do? Well, I guess it's pretty simple for me. I just absolutely love it. I love being able to capture mostly good, some bad, but mostly good images, good memories, good times. Now, I'm not a newspaper photographer where I have to go out on everything good or bad. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of interesting, but I don't think that's something I would want to do. But I love being able to capture fun memories. I mean, I've done funerals, and no, that's not fun, but the images that are captured from that are just phenomenal. I mean, it's really phenomenal. But I love absolutely picking up a camera, taking it with me pretty much wherever I go, and there's always someone to photograph. Just the other day, I was asked by the Perry Police Department if I would photograph a parade. The parade was for a little girl, 5 years old. Her name is Everly. Beautiful name, beautiful girl, has inoperable brain tumor. At tops, she has like a year and a half. Without divine intervention, I mean, that's what we're looking at for her. And they had a schedule lined up. They were having the police, the fire, EMTs, all the city vehicles, highway patrol, SWAT team. I mean, it was really, really cool. And they asked me if I would come and do that. And I said, you know what? I have an appointment that day, and it was scheduled in somebody's home. It was for a commercial flooring job. So I sent these people the text message. I said, hey, is there any way, can we postpone this job? Can I do it day before, day after, whatever? They were extremely understanding, and they said, you know what, let's just schedule it 1 week out from when we normally had it. I said, are you sure? Yep, positive. So I was able to get to the parade. But because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to go to the parade, I called Danielle at the police department, and I asked her if they would have any problem with me going to the home and photographing the family beforehand. She goes, I don't think they would. Let me check. So she reached out. Long story short, I went there and did some really nice images of mom and dad, Everly, and her two brothers. And I'll tell you what, when I was editing the pictures, when I was going through and editing them, you just want to cry. It was so hard. It literally was so hard. This little girl has so much potential, and it's mind-boggling. And I asked her dad how they found out she had this, and he said she started to fall, just for no reason, just fall, and then she started to drool. So they did a lot of testing, and then they found what it was, and I cannot remember the medical name for it, but it is at the base of the skull where the brain connects, and it is inoperable. And so they're giving her prednisone, a lot of it, and she can do radiation, but all that's going to do is add a few months, and it's not going to by any means take it away. So my prayers to the family in that, but that's one of those things where, I mean, I was called by the police department. I do a lot of charitable work, and sometimes I think it's over abused, but now I make my choice of whether I want to or not, because somebody will always want to use you, and they always want you to do something, and they could be a ginormous organization that probably has more money than they'll ever need, but they want everything done for free, which I don't I don't buy that anymore. I don't accept that. So my thought is the Cancer Society has so much. I think they have so much money, but everything is always donated. And there are so many people out there that will donate. I used to do it for years. It's just like, I think they could afford to pay something. Get it? I mean, I'm not being mean, and I like helping people that really, really need help. And there's so many organizations that do, and there's some that I think could pay. But that's another topic. Anyways, I do what I do because I love to do it. Why do you do it? What is your why, if you don't mind me asking? And if you could, in the comments, please, let me know what your why is. Maybe you're still working on that. And I always hear people say, well, you can't be good at everything with photography. You can't be a jack of all trades. If you are, you're not really specific. And honestly, I will say that's bull crap, and I'll tell you why. Photography comes down to two things: lighting and angle. If you can master lighting, you can master tabletop photography, food photography. Now, you might not be a food stylist. I'm not talking about styling food. I'm not a food stylist, but I can take really good food photography, pictures. Commercial work, machinery, people, or large groups. If you know lighting and you know the good camera angles and what to get, there is no reason you can't do everything. You might not like doing everything. That might not be your favorite thing to do, but to say that you can't be a master of it, I don't buy it at all. I really don't, because it really does boil down to lighting. Lighting is probably the most critical. If you know how light works, and I'm always looking around for things, how it's lit, what it's doing, what time of day it is. I always do. It's probably annoying to some people, but I don't really care because it's what I do. So anybody ever tells you can't do it all, tell them, yes, you can. You can do whatever you want to do. Quit having limited beliefs, and I tell myself, quit having limited beliefs. People want to categorize everybody all the time. What can you do? What can you do? What do you do? What do you do? I know people that have zero college education, and they can run circles around some of the top IT people. It's just whatever. You can't judge somebody, and you can't judge a book by the cover, and you just have to be you. I will not let anybody anymore tell me, well, you can't really do that. If I want to do it, I will find a way to do it, and that's important to the mind. You can do the same thing. Don't let anybody tell you, well, you can't do this type of photography. You're not set up for it. Find out what it takes to get set up for it, if that's what it is, and just do it. My biggest thing is I used to make announcements to people I'm going to do. This is coming up. I don't make announcements anymore. I keep everything to myself, and once it's done, then I will shove it out to social media. But I do not bring it up anymore. Couple reasons: people try to sabotage what you're doing if they are jealous or if envious, if they want to take your work. And two, that if you don't do it, something falls through, then you look bad. So I do it after the fact. And I think that's very important in any field, but especially photography. Everybody is a photographer. Everybody has a camera. Everybody has a phone. Everybody wants to be that person, that well-known. I mean, I have a reputation, and I thank God every day. I thank God every day. I had a reputation. I have one that I went to a shot yesterday, did some office, 18 headshots for an attorney's office. And one of the girls come in, and she said hi to me, and she acted like she knew who I was. So I know so many people. Believe me, when you're in a business for 30 years, you get to know a lot of people by face, and I just can't remember names. And so I asked the girl that hired me. I said, who is that? And she told me, and I said, I don't really know. She goes, well, I don't think she knows you. She just knows of your reputation, of your quality of work, as most of the people in this office do. To me, that speaks volumes. Absolutely speaks volumes. Because I have this look, and it's social media is great and it's bad, but I have this look. I have my fedora usually, and I'll have a cigar. I like cigars. If you don't smoke, I get it. If you do, God bless you. Whatever it is that you like, you do. But everybody, if I'm walking around and doing pictures and I don't have my hat on, it's funny how people don't recognize that that's you, that's me. It's just really weird what people see continually. Then you could look the exact same, just take your hat off. I mean, my hat, I've been bald since I was 20 years old, just the way this is right here. And I don't hide it. I wear a hat because of my head. I've had skin cancer several times on top of there, but I just got in the habit of wearing hat. I like them. I can't wear all hats, but I love hats. So whatever you do, be consistent with your profession, if you want to have that notoriety, that look. But I'm just blessed that I have a wonderful reputation where people know what type of work I do, the quality of work I do. I went to show the girl at the attorney's office. Even the partners at the office knew everything that I do. And they said, we don't really need to see the back of your camera. We know whatever you do for us, it's going to be great. I just wanted to cry. I'm thinking, okay, here we are. We've come way around, man. We've just really, really grown. I've grown. It takes time to do it. And I'm an impatient person, but I see waiting. It's a blessing. So let me know what your whys are, or why. Or, it could be a person. It could be somebody you're helping. It could be anything, honestly. But I hope this was entertaining, enlightening, helped you in any way. I just thankful that I'm able to do what I do, and I'm this little YouTube channel. If it helps somebody, you know what? I always look on YouTube for something to help, questions that I might have, and I'd like to be able to repay it. So thank you guys for watching. God bless you, and get out there and shoot some photographs. Send me some comments of what your why is and what you do. I would appreciate it. All right, peace. See you around. Bye.